questions I receive all the time is, my paint's all scratched up. How do I get that new car shine back without a paint job? Well, the truth of the matter is your paint is not scratched up. What is actually scratched is the clear coat that seals the paint. These scratches are very minor and can be removed very easily without a paint job. What I'm using here is a mild compound for polishing. A little bit goes a long ways. Now the majority of them have disappeared, but there's a couple pesky ones here that might need a little more elbow grease. I added a little more compound to my rag here, and I'm pushing a little harder to get a little more pressure and a little more sanding action into that deeper scratch. Clear coats can range anywhere from 0.5 millimeter to almost 3 millimeters thick, depending on the make and model of the actual vehicle. The thicker the clear coat, the deeper the scratch may seem, but the more you can actually polish out. As you can see here, this one has virtually disappeared, and at this time, this is why we go to our next step. I recommend the Canuba wax, which is actually a hard wax over any of the products that are liquid based, because they don't seem to work quite as well for a damage situation. They're not bad for a quick fix, but here we're actually dealing with a little bit of damage. The Canuba wax will go in and micro polish even finer than what our polish compound did, and fill in all of the imperfections and get rid of the oxidation that's on the surface of the paint. Dry time will actually change depending on relative humidity and product and direct sunlight. Be really careful not to leave it on too long, otherwise you're really going to have to muscle it off. So if you've got scratches, don't despair. You don't need to spend $1,000 or more on a new paint job. At Andrew Jackson, some elbow grease, and a little time, and your car will look as good as new.